Selling your house is one of the most stressful things you can do, and in today's tricky market, it's got a whole lot harder.
We're on a mission to turn unsellable houses into unstoppable sellers.
I'm going to get the best out of the houses,
while I get the best out of the estate agents.
Together, we're going to show you the tricks of the trade to make an unsellable house sellable.
Coming up on today's programme, an unsold house is splitting up this happy family.
I feel like we are split in two, and I'm fed up with it.
Can't carry on like that, really, so we're desperately keen to sell.
Is the lack of a sale down to Tassie's target market all out of shape?
To me, that is blatantly misleading. It's not 4 bedrooms.
If you're an Oompa Loompa, then it is a 4th bedroom.
We've come to Bow in the East End of London.
Today's unsellable is in a quiet residential street in a conservation area. Houses in this neighbourhood are usually snapped up, but this has been languishing on the market for 10 months.
It's a Victorian mid-terrace, 3 or 4 bedroom, downstairs bathroom and a small garden. It was first listed at £580,000, but after 10 months on the market and no offers, the price has dropped a massive £40,000 to £540,000.
Now, this property is being marketed as 3 or 4 bedrooms, which I always find intriguing. Is it 3 or is it 4? Is it a bedroom or is it a box room? I think we need to find out exactly what we're dealing with here.
I think the best way to get to the bottom of this mystery is to have a good nose around the house and find out where that phantom 4th bedroom is and figure out why this house is not selling.
Meet the Kinchleys. This is schoolteacher Joanna, IT manager David and 10-year-old Lucy, one of their 2 daughters. Today, older sister Katie is with friends, but usually this is the busy home to the family of 4, and they've lived here happily for 15 years.
So there's nothing about the house or the area that's made us want to leave it. It's just the fact that my job's changed and to make an easier commute, we've had to make a move.
To a West London bolt hole, and it's far from ideal.
There's not enough room. It's a bit like living out of suitcases. It does create that stress and, you know, worrying about will it sell, won't it, and that feeling of being stuck in limbo.
Joanna still works in East London, so she and her daughters divide their time between...
It's like going on holiday every single week.
And well, that sounds good, but
you're not getting the holiday. You're
it.
Just getting the packing and the unpacking, which, let's face it, when you go on holiday, that's the bit you hate, isn't it? Comes to, like, Sunday morning, and I think, oh, I've got to do it again.
10 months of living apart without a single offer is taking its toll.
And you've got to give each of us 2. It's a really stressful thing to do, and I'm fed up with it.
We're desperately keen to sell. Can't carry on like that, really. So if we manage to sell the property, it would just be fantastic because we can then put an offer in on a house in Kew, move the family all into there from the flat, settle down, get back to a normal family life. It would be so superb,
magical.
Really. Yeah, fantastic.
So what is it that's keeping the Kinchleys' bow tied? Time for me to see for myself.
We are on a beautiful Victorian terrace street in the East End. Ooh, what have you got here? Lost. I think there might be a bit of a retro theme going on in this house because they've got an old pinball machine and embossed wallpaper in electric blue. Not the first colour I'd choose, but gorgeous wooden floors. This is a distinctly average kitchen. It's a real shame going from this beautiful wooden floor to this kind of primary school-esque linoleum. It's not a terrible kitchen, it's definitely livable, but it's not going to wow anyone.
And all this clutter just looks like another fine mess.
I think I might be the only person in the world who doesn't find Laurel and Hardy funny. And I think if this was my kitchen, these would be the first to go.
Downstairs is far from frightening. It's the upstairs bedrooms that are giving potential buyers nightmares.
What? Why would you put a rocking horse right in front of the door? So trying to squeeze into a room is not a good start. This is obviously a little girl's room. It doesn't take a genius to work that out. Pink wallpaper and just toys everywhere. The perfect is obviously a little girl's room. You know, maybe we could tone that down a bit.
Bedroom number 3 gets a little smaller, but sadly doesn't improve on its style. So where is bedroom number 4? It's not in here. Ooh, it's just a partition that splits bedroom number 3. A little creative to call this a 4th bedroom, I think.
To be honest, I was hoping this was going to be a bathroom, because there's not a bathroom on this floor, and that's going to be a problem for many potential buyers.
This has been the happy family home to
The kitchen is cluttered, it lacks any kind of charm, and the bedrooms are not being used to their full potential. In its present state, this house is totally unsellable.
London Home is being presented as a 4-bed family house. I think estate agent Russell here has got his marketing all wrong. Later, I'll be meeting with him, but first, let's take a look around the area.
Now, everybody's heard of the East End, famous for cheery cockneys, jellied eels and rhyming slang.
End's most attractive residential options. With a host of period properties, new build apartments, popular gastropubs and restaurants, acres of green space and millions of pounds of inward investment, E3 is the place to be. So, David and Joanna's home is situated perfectly for a family wishing to live near central London, but in the current market, homes have to stand out from the crowd, and that's where the Allsop is at her best.
And this very kind of electric blue colour. I thought it was going to be some American...
I liked it bright, and we had... I think originally in the kitchen it was like a swimming pool blue, and the living room was green. So when we did this, that was the colour theme, bluey-green theme.
Yeah. So I think in some ways the electric blue it draws your eye to it.
Yeah.
And the textured paper is the least nice thing in the hall. So I think maybe I could just tone it down a little bit.
We need to pull the plug on this electric blue and add some neutral shades. Only then will these fantastic period features stand out.
But the thing I have a bit of a problem in this kitchen is it's kind of a bit drab, a bit cluttered.
The kitchen is the heart of the home. But right now, this heart is broken. It needs some TLC and fast.
But there's still some work to be done upstairs, so should we take a look?
Yep.
Brilliant.
OK, don't...
Right here, as you walk in. Say you do what you don't normally do. You, like, walk in. Oh, gosh, sorry. You walk in, and you have to sort of squeeze around the rocking horse.
Well, in fairness, the door is normally always open.
Yes.
Obstructions like this are easily movable, and items like this
Kind of look more towards the pink wallpaper.
For little girls, this is a great colour, but sellers shouldn't make the mistake of seeing rooms through rose-tinted, even if that makes the little ones a little sad.
Is a bit of a wrench, but it's a wrench that's going to, you know...
It's going to be a good wrench.
A good wrench.
Yeah, good wrench.
OK, so should we go into the other room then?
Yep.
Brilliant. Slightly similar in here to the other room, and you're marketing this house as a 4-bedroom, aren't you, at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to say, I don't think I would class that as a bedroom. The way I'd market it is 3 bedrooms and a study.
Yeah.
Marketing a room for one purpose and showing it as another is a huge mistake. It can be confusing and even disappointing for potential buyers. Later, I'll be meeting the man behind the Kynchley's marketing strategy and tackling the tricky question of this phantom 4th bedroom. But first, within earshot of Bow Bells, let's listen to the locals and learn about the area.
I bought a flat here in Bow's old match factory back in 1990. Now, in those days, flats cost around £60,000, but things have changed massively since. Back in the 90s, Canary Wharf was just getting going, and the London Olympics weren't even a dream. So I want to find out what it's like to live in Bow now. So what's nice about it?
Where I live?
People.
And I never got that in Birmingham, so I find it very, very friendly here.
Jellied eels?
I haven't, actually. I know where you can get them from, though.
Yeah, I don't think I'll bother. I just wondered if you... With parks, bars, not to mention the City of London right on our doorstep, I reckon this is a great part of town to live in. And once the Allsop touch is applied to the property, I reckon we can really get this house moving.
Back in the Kynchley's kitchen, it's time to chuck out that clutter and really get things cooking.
The first area I'd like being this, you know, chimney breast indent. It's a bit of charm, it's a bit of character. So maybe if it wasn't full of clutter. So I'm going to give the Laurel and Hardy to you to wrap.
Thank you.
Wouldn't want tea.
It was an accident.
Yes.
Promise.
How do you feel the commute is affecting you as a family at the moment?
we're not here most of the time. The house, although we love it, it doesn't quite feel like ours anymore. We're ready.
It's not home, is it?
No,
Doesn't
we're
really
ready for
feel
it.
like home.
What are you looking for?
Into one house where we're living out of the flat and
with a utility room.
Hopefully, with a makeover and a new marketing strategy, we'll soon get things moving so the Kinchleys can move on.
Okie dokie, I think that's most of the CDs gone. Get you to carry that.
Okay.
Time to tackle Barbie's boudoir.
Is this going?
Furniture and fittings finally out of these rooms, I can get down and decorate.
I'm in Tredegar Square.
Houses nearby that were simply unstoppable when it came to making sales. Victorian Terraced, 3 bedrooms, on the market for 2 months, sold for £425,000. Terraced, 3 bedrooms, upstairs bathroom, sold for £462,000. 3-bed, garden, modern kitchen, sold for £550,000. Despite the slow market, the East End is still moving, and this is great news for David and Joanna.
Changing an unsellable property into a potentially sellable house is all about identifying the points that will put off any likely buyers. And any attraction this house has is lost in the bedroom's dated decor and the kitchen's cluttered mess.
Compared to some properties I've seen, this house isn't too bad. It's just a bit shabby around the edges, and in today's market, shabby does not cut the mustard, so we've got to smarten it up. The hallway, it's too garish. The kitchen, it's tired and cluttered, and the bedrooms are small and pokey.
So in this bedroom, we're saying goodbye to the girly colours on these walls. We'll be replacing the tired carpet, and adding a double bed will reveal the room's real size. Some contemporary bed linen will really make the child's room grow up.
Russell, the estate agent, describes himself as a man who starts work early and stays late, always keeping his clients in the picture, reminding him that he's working for them. He can certainly talk a good sale, but let's see if he can actually deliver. I'm off to have a chat.
Russell has been looking after this property for the full 10 months it's been.
Lovely house. Why haven't you sold it?
OK.
I understood it had been on the market for 10 months, but you're saying it's been on the market for 5 months.
5 to 6 months, roughly. We'll sit here and I will have a look in the file and I will tell you exactly.
All right.
It's about 9 to make a single bedroom for a child or a study.
To me, that is blatantly misleading. It's not 4 bedrooms.
Not at all. It is 4 bedrooms. It is 3 bedrooms and a child's bedroom. Then what do we call a child's bedroom? Not a bedroom? Bedroom. Then it's a 4th bedroom.
I disagree with Russell's attempt to sell this as a decent 4th bedroom. To avoid disappointment, I think potential buyers need to be shown its actual size from the start.
I don't get why you don't have a floor plan.
OK, quite a lot of our properties, we do have floor plans.
Not this
one. On this
one,
particular one, we haven't. If you phone me up and as I've got a very personal business with my purchasers, I can explain. If you read the...
I mean, I need to see that. And I sit there with my wife and we'll say, what does it look like? And we go, oh, da-da-da-da. I don't understand why it isn't there. Why would you use it on some properties but not others?
Some people prefer to have a floor plan, others don't care about it.
Do you mean some vendors?
Yes.
But it's not about the vendor, it's about the buyer.
OK.
So, will you get a floor plan done for us?
It will be done within 24 hours.
Fantastic.
Well, that's great news. I really think we're making progress here. And if you're selling your house, here are some more useful marketing tips to remember.
Don't try and fool your viewers. Be honest with them. It's vital that your property details don't promise more than the house can actually deliver on. Decent photographs and a floor plan are the 2 most vital tools for selling any property. Yet time and again I see estate agents producing details that lack these 2 basic factors. Make sure your details are really painting a picture of your home.
David's new job in Oxford had been dividing the family, and they were desperate to make a move from East to West London.
We just want to sell it and we just want to get back to having just a normal family life.
We're desperately keen to sell.
But with no one queuing to make an offer, their dream move to Kew is off.
Not being able to sell is pretty stressful, really, because you're constantly having to think about it.
It's a really stressful thing to do, and I'm fed up with it.
They'd had just 10 viewings in 10 months, and their property had gone stale. But then, the unsellables stepped in.
When I first walked into this house, the hallway's paint job frankly gave me the blues. So this is the first map. So I've decluttered and now we are starting to harmonise the decor. And the upstairs bedroom was far from pretty and pink. With its colour overkill, it looked like Barbie's boudoir. So the board has been stripped and the paint is being applied.
Once finished, I'm confident this house will be an unstoppable seller. And with the hard work carrying on through the night, it's time for me to put the hard sell on David and Joanna.
I find it really weird, the idea of marketing something as a 3/4-bedroom house. I mean, what do you think about that?
We did raise that with him, because I didn't feel when people were coming to look at it as... If you were coming to look at it as a 3-bedrooms, fine. But people that were coming to look at it as a 4-bedrooms, I sort of said, Russell, I don't see how it really is 4-bedroom.
It's the psychology of the thing. If you say it's a 3-bedroom house, they come along, they find the extra room, they leave happy. If you say it's a 4-bedroom house, and they find there's only 3 band.
Has he got floor pans on any of the other properties that he sells?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you've got to make it much clearer for people how the house is.
And I also think that David and Joanna should consider getting their own plans done for converting that controversial upstairs 4th room.
I mean, I think having plans drawn up of how it could be converted into a bath. So I think there's 3 things we've got to do immediately. Sort out the 3/4-bedroom issue, market it as a 3-bedroom, get a floor plan on the details, and also get some plans and costings together for putting in a bathroom.
OK.
Yeah.
With a new...
But first, it's time for those all-important finishing touches.
When you're selling a property, you want to maximise the feeling of space in the house. So if you've got a double bed... This hallway used to be painted a lurid blue, and your art, when you're decorating, don't overshadow the original features, highlight them.
Just a few days ago, David and Joanna's house was an unsellable Victorian mystery. The old, unwelcoming hallway, we've opened up and neutralised the space with some white paint, creating a welcome reception which accentuates the original features like the floor and the banister, both huge selling points. The kitchen was a 3-course disaster area. For starters, it was buried beneath knickknacks and clutter. The primary school classroom flooring was a main problem, and any coordinating colours had all but deserted. But add a new crisp white floor, sprinkle with power room that's a recipe for success. Upstairs, the pink was just shocking. The walls would have coloured any potential buyer's opinion of this property. But now, it's a grown-up bedroom with coordinated contemporary accessories. A bunk bed dominated the 3rd bedroom. Now that's been brought down to size, the light from the window and the brightness of the walls makes the space feel bigger and much more appealing. This property is a great example of how, with a limited amount of cash and a lot of hard work, you can really transform any home from unsellable to sellable. Time to see what David and Joanna think of the transformation.
You're looking lovely. Now, so what do you see when you walk into the hall now?
You notice the floor more?
Yeah, the floor and the banister.
Yeah. Speak for themselves. And your eyes aren't drawn to the very blue. Right, should we go and have a look at the blue?
It's blue.
It's blue.
It is blue. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is good.
Katie's going to absolutely love it.
It looks bigger, it looks brighter. You can see the lovely cornicing.
Yeah.
I think potential buyers will really like it, because this is a properly...
Success so far.
Oh.
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 I thought you weren't going to do anything to this room.
Well,
Oh, wow.
we just thought it was
that's great.
important. Yeah. And don't you think it makes such a huge difference, the bed being at this level?
Yes.
It just makes it feel like a bigger room.
And finally, on to the all-important improvements in the kitchen.
Come on in.
Ooh.
Oh,
We're pleased.
Yeah?
yeah. I think it's lovely.
Makes it look completely
I
different.
love the blinds.
Has this given David and Joanna renewed hope of making that sale?
So I've obviously prayed very hard to the right person because you've arrived and you've done it.
Yeah.
It's magnificent. I think if you don't bite, you're stupid.
To get this property sold.
Hi, good evening, Rachel. How are you? Hello,
Now
Jamie.
it's down to the agent to sell, sell, sell.
Good evening, Gary. How are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Property, very large storage.
Russell
space.
is as good as his word and has updated his brochure to include
Really nice light carpet. At the moment, this is obviously the study, but it has a multitude of uses.
It's a very nice house.
The rooms are very bright and clean and neutral, and you know we wouldn't have to do anything.
And I like it. I like it a lot.
5 weeks later, Russell found a buyer for the Bow home. The offer has been accepted and they hope to exchange in less than 2 weeks' time. The Kitchleys have also found their new family home in Kew, so very soon they'll all be under one roof.
First loose, off you go.